Hello everyone. Thanks for joining the GeoBits webinar. Welcome to our fourth webinar of the year 2025. We thank you for taking your time to join us and listen what we have for today. Before we deep dive into today's webinar, I just wanted to introduce GeoBits and what we do. Okay, so GeoPits, we act as a DBA partner for companies. We help companies to monitor, improve the performance of the database. We are Microsoft Silver partners with MongoDB on the data platform. So any form of database, it can be MySQL, MySQL, Postgres, MongoDB. It can be on the cloud or premises. We help you with all the services related accepts. Our engineers will be there 24 bar 7 around the clock to help with you our database services. That is what we do as a services. It is DBA managed services, remote DBA support, and cloud database management. It is all provided 24 bar 7 around the clock by our database workers. So coming to our webinar for today, it is titled as Protecting Sensitive Data with SQL Server. We have Sabyasachi who will be our speaker for today's webinar. Just to introduce about Sabyasachi, he is a database administrator in GeoPits with 2+ years of experience on SQL Server. Now over to you, Sabya, and all the best for today's webinar.
Else with that.
Yeah, you can start.
Sure. Yeah, I hope my screen is visible.
Yeah, Sabya, your screen is visible.
So, hi everyone, welcome to today's session on protecting sensitive data with always encrypted in SQL Server. So, my name is Abhishek Chaudhary. I'm a database administrator with strong focus on SQL performance and SQL system. Okay. So, a quick introduction. I have over 3 years of experience, hands-on experience working with SQL Server across Azure Fast, Nano Instance, and on-premise environments. I am passionate about database security and performance. I also share learnings via blogs and sessions like this one. So, why protect sensitive data is important? So, data protection is not just about compliance, it's about trust. Whether it's healthcare or general data privacy, organizations must ensure that personal or sensitive data is never exposed. Encryption is one of the most reliable tools to prevent unauthorized access, data misuse, or breaches. So, what is always encrypted? Always encrypted is a feature introduced in SQL Server 2016 that ensures that is encrypted not just at rest or in transit, but also during use. Unlike TD, means transparent data encryption, which only encrypts file on disk, but always encrypted ensures the SQL Server engine itself never sees the plain text. The two key elements there here are column master key (CMK), which is stored externally, and column encryption key, which is used to encrypt the data but is never visible when decrypted from inside the database. So here we understand the architecture of CMK and CEK. So let's break that down. The CK encrypts the column data but it's encrypted itself by the CMK. The CMK is never stored in SQL Server, only its metadata like name or location. And this setup means even DBA with full SQL access can't view the actual data unless they have access to the external key. So now we understand how it will work. Okay. So when a query runs, the always encrypted enabled client driver fetches the encrypted CEK and decrypt it using the CMK locally or in secure enclave. And just for your information, secure enclave only support for the Azure managed instance and the Azure Cast database. It will not support on the on-premise part. So it then encrypts the parameter before sending them to the secure server and decrypt result after receiving them. So the database engine works entirely on the text and the plain text is never exposed inside the SQL Server. So now we'll understand about the encryption types. So there are two types of encryption, deterministic and randomized. Deterministic gives you the same text format for the same input every time. Like here you can see we have three envelopes and all three envelopes, like if the column name is RAM, then all where the RAM value is there, it will show same encryption type only. Uh, but in randomized, it gives a different text every time if they're same input also. So this is more secure, but you lose the ability to search or filter those columns in SQL Server, or it disallow the searching and sorting and joining on this encryption randomized. So what is secure enclaves? So in SQL Server 2019 plus, secure enclaves changed the game. Think of them as a secure memory bubble inside the SQL Server where data can be decrypted and processed, but still invisible to the database engine. So this enable richer operations like operator and sorting and range queries on encrypted column. So something not possible with A alone. So it combines security with flexibility. So next we'll see a demo. So here we'll take a table like credit card. We will perform the always. So this is the credit card table, and here one column is there credit card number. Let me show you the table. So this is the credit card number. I want to encrypt this column. So how I can do? So in credit card number, just right click. Then here choose the always encrypted wizard. So click next. Then here I choose this column. And here two types of option it will ask randomized or deterministic. It choose the randomized because it's the secure one. Then click on next. And we got a error. What is the error? Let's check. So the column designated as key. So if, and just for your information, if we choose the randomized will not support the non-clustered index. but deterministic will support. Let's try with deterministic. So it's just a warning. It will support, but here for this column, this collision will change. So how we can proceed for randomized? For that, we have to remove the index. So just cancel index. Just delete this index. Let's try again. Choose randomized here. Click next, and it will open. Then click next. So here it will, and as I told you, like it will store the like your encryption key in two section, like in two place. If you can place in Windows Certificate Store, or else you can place in Azure Keepers. So hence we are using on-premise, so we will go with Windows Certificate Store and current user we can choose. So, and as I told you, so hence we are using this on-premise here that enclave option is not enabled. So we have to click on next. Then we'll choose the offline and finish. Just wait for 1 minute. So let's execute the same query again. And here it is. So these values are encrypted. So here we'll discuss when to choose always encrypted. So if you want to protect the sensitive data even from DBAs or animals, so in that case you can choose the always encrypted. If regulatory compliance requires strong encryption, then you can choose. And if you don't want to plain text data ever visible on the server, SQL server, then you can choose it. And if you need to encrypt the specific columns like credit card number or any very important information, then you can just use this always encrypted. And if your app is hosted in the cloud or a multi-tenant environment, and you want to just prevent this exposure to cloud admin or co-tenants, then you can go for always encrypted. So what are the advantage and disadvantage of always encrypted in SQL? So first we'll discuss about the advantage. So it protects the data from DBAs and attackers. So end-to-end encryption will be there. Like in SQL Server itself, SQL Server engine itself, we are not able to see the data. And ideal for sensitive columns. and it supports the compliance, GDPR and HIP level A, and can work with secure enclave for advanced story, and it will support like join and all the like operators and that type operator it will support. And what are the limitations? So if you are using the normal always encrypted, like except the secure enclaves. So no full text search option or like operations feature will be not available. And as you see, if I try to create like always encrypted on a column where index is there, so indexing limitations will be there for randomized columns. But for deterministic, we can create and application changes needed. So AE aware driver required and limited function on encrypted data, higher complexity in key management. And because we have here, we are using four keys, so we have to, if we create so many keys, then that management complexity will be there. So thank you so much for joining. I hope now have a clear understanding of how Always Encrypted works and when to use it and how it compare with other features like reading and data masking. I am happy to take questions to connect further after the section. If you have any question, please ask.
If you have any queries or questions in regards to today's webinar, Sabia is here. Yeah, you can ask for any Q&A sessions. Okay, I feel there is no any questions. So thank you for today's webinar. Thank you for providing a comprehensive overview. So we will be providing these highlights in our company website and YouTube channel and everything. So I'll be providing the link also, so you can have a look in that. So thank you for posting, Tabya.